There's a phrase that we often use when it comes to cops who kill black people unjustly. They never get fired, they get transferred. And that quote could not go to a particular slimeball than Myles Cosgrove. If you don't know who Myles Cosgrove is, he is one of the terrorists that was involved with the murder of Breonna Taylor. And as we all know, this guy got fired, quote unquote, from the department in which he was working for, but now he has been picked up, rather transferred to another department. Because remember, he technically wasn't completely all the way charged for what she did. I mean, if he was, those charges are no longer there. One of the former LMPD officers who shot Breonna Taylor is policing again in Kentucky. Myles Cosgrove has been hired by the Carroll County Sheriff's Office in Kentucky, according to the department's chief deputy. Cosgrove is one of the officers who shot at Breonna Taylor in a botched 2020 raid on her apartment while serving a no-knock warrant. Officials said his shot killed her. So you're looking at the person that delivered the deadly blow. The Carroll County Chief Deputy, Rob Miller, said that Cosgrove was hired as a sheriff's deputy on Thursday, April 20th, and that he is already on active duty. So not only did he get picked up by another department, he got picked up and got a bigger position than what he had when he was working at the department in which he killed Breonna Taylor. Now look at that. All he had to do was sacrifice a black person, as in killing them, to get a job in another location and then get a better job, which gives him more benefits and more pay. When asked about the decision to hire Cosgrove and possible community reaction, Miller said that the department knows there will be opinions on both sides of the equation. He said that the department considered that Cosgrove was executing the warrant as ordered. You know what's so funny? Wouldn't that be interesting if something happens like this again with him and he ends up taking out the wrong person? And you know who I mean when I say the wrong person. Miller also said they considered that the Kentucky Law Enforcement Council voted not to take away his police certification. The decision to hire him was based on the long-term experience he has as an officer and his technical skills, according to the chief deputy. They believe those could be of benefit to a small county sheriff's department like Carroll County. Now listen to that. Long-term experience he has as an officer and his technical skills. Would those skills be, I don't know, issue going on no-knock warrant and killing a black person and almost killing another black person in their home? Those skills? Like, really pay attention to the wording. That was his qualification. So killing Breonna Taylor is what got him this new job. I wonder if he had killed, I don't know, say Heather Taylor. Would he even have a job? Better yet, would he even be out as a free man? If Breonna was Heather, would Myles Cosgrove or any of those, as far as I'm concerned, domestic terrorists be out right now? We're going to give him a chance, Miller said. Cosgrove was fired in 2021 by then interim Chief Yvette Gentry for violating department policies the night of the raid. See, he was fired, quote unquote, but was he fired? Nah, just transferred. A court upheld Cosgrove's firing back in February. He filed a lawsuit against LMPD in April 2021 against its merit board and the city, saying his firing was unconstitutional. He sued to be reinstated and get back pay and benefits. As you can see, that did not work. He got reinstated, of course, just not at that department. So now he's at another department, but in the same state. It's not like he got kicked out of the state of Kentucky, or much less the county. It sounds like he might still be in the same county, just at a different department, just in a different jurisdiction, but he's not far away. Like we say, never fired, only transferred, unless there's a small percentage that actually gets locked up. And some of them don't get locked up for long. Look at Kim Potter. I talked about her in one of my live streams. That woman was supposed to do 2 years in jail. She only did 16 months. She had a few more months to go to finish up her sentence, and they let her out on the 24th of April. That was her release day. And all she had to do was what? Kill Dante Wright, who, yes, we know had a white mother and a black father, but guess what? One, he couldn't pass, because we all saw his picture. He couldn't pass. Two, in this establishment, if you're quote unquote biracial or mixed, especially with black, you're considered a nigga. They still follow that one drop rule to an extent. At least when it works to benefit them, of course. But yeah, we knew the fix was in when it came to them not really technically charging. And I think they only charged like one cop with Breonna Taylor's death. And then with the one that they charged, it wasn't even really a charge with her death. It was wanton endangerment. And that was when they endangered the neighbors. They gave Kenneth Walker, Breonna's boyfriend, much more of a hard time than they gave all these other ones that was involved for why this went down in the first place. Thank God for Judge Olu Stevens, one of the most on-code black judges right now, who dropped all those charges. He should have never been charged to begin with. He was just defending his home. So what does that tell you? That they can come in whenever they want, and if you try to defend your home against them, you're still guilty. They're saying, oh, you thought that that we could just only get you on the outside? No, we're going to get you inside too. How many stories have we heard about black people being killed in their home? Ayanna Stanley Jones, ring a bell? Botham Jean, ring a bell? Tatiana Jefferson, ring a bell? Breonna Taylor, ring a bell? And what is the common denominator for all of those with the exception of Amber Geiger? Walked. No charges. And out of all of those, only one went to prison, and that was Amber Geiger. And even then, she got a low ball of a sentence.